one game here before the semifinals between Origin and SKT T1. Today, go Europe, even though I think SKT is going to blow them out of the water. But yeah, so this is a game here, still mid silver. We've got I'm playing Udyr. We got Zed mid, Zyra bot, Kate bot, and Vladimir top for the red team. And then for the blue team, Nars top. Got Volibear jungle, LeBlanc mid, Jinx, and the Gem Master himself. Although that is a pretty good looking skin on him. Okay, so this is going to be a little different because this is kind of more thematic than what I've done. Normally I've just been streaming the games and talking about individual plays and how you play that particular game. Well, here I want to talk more about like your approach to playing League of Legends in general. You know, do you try to fit your team comp? Do you try to play a certain way? Do you have to, you know, go tank if you're the only person that can go tank on your team, etc.? Well, in this game, I just decided to carry. I mean, in Champ Select, we had duo bot, and they didn't really, they were trash talking Taric and didn't realize that Taric can have some pretty good sustain and disengage power and hard CC. Like, his kit can be useful, even though he's coming up on a heavy rework. Flash, stun, exhaust, everything. Flash. Welcome to Silver, boys. The plays. Notice I don't even move. Well, actually, that's not true. I just do that, and then I don't even move. It's what's the point, you know? Take the red buff. Do something of actual value. I mean, I guess Zyra did something of actual value. She traded her flash for an exhaust and a flash from Taric, but Jesus. Anyway, so I could kind of tell that I was going to have to carry this game. Especially we had a Zed, first pick Zed. I don't know. When most people... Ooh, he threw up the T1. I didn't even know Jinx had that. Zed, first pick. You know, Zed in this meta, and Zed... I don't know. He's just kind of fallen out of favor. Not that there aren't people extremely skilled with Zed, but... I don't know. He's just not my favorite right now. So notice here you go. Take out the red buff. Volibear has a relatively low clear speed after he uses his W. So I'm able to get this, make it out just in time. Level 2 with his red buff. Alright, I've denied him a buff. He's pinging me, he's trying to chase me out. But there's not much he can do for that. Meanwhile, this is the most important thing you can do after taking a red buff from the enemy team on the red side. Look at what I just did. In fact, I'm going to slow this down. Taric has no summoner spells. I know this, so even though I'm getting on to Jinx, perfect, he just used his stun. Jinx is already moving away, burns her summoner heal, positioning myself to make sure I can get an extra couple of hits with my DOT Tiger stance. Okay, I'm trying to get another slap on, it's coming right up, and the Caitlyn just misses it, hoping for the auto attack, but Zyra gets it. Doesn't matter. Zyra gets the first blood. That's time without Taric. Taric has to spend some time coming back in the lane. My bot lane should be snowballing now. You know, already with the first blood. I wanted to get this, but at the same time, and knowing Volibear with his passive, I didn't want to fight it. Oh. Let's see what happens with the outplays mid first. So let's see. No. Outplayed again. Oh, outplay. Maybe LeBlanc was trying to farm. Good Christ. Yeah, so I'm just trying to come in here, get the stun, but I always want to move away. I'm low on mana. I have relatively low health. I flash here like an idiot. This is just stupid on my part. It does get the flash out of Jinx, but LeBlanc's able to roam all the way down, and that's it. You know, we wasted our summoner spells there. And the same thing here. I don't know what Zyra's doing here. If she didn't see us backing, or if she was just like, I can get Jinx. But you really can't. Yeah. And then she even throws down the exhaust for good measure. Jinx gets excited. Gets out of range. Now Kate's here. Misses the Q. I'm back to farming. I'm farming my blue buff. I'm telling them, guys, just use the snowball, use the advantage. You don't have to. All right. I smite because both I'm low and I'm not sure if Volibear's going to try and come tag me, so check on that. And then I decided to just do a little bit of power farming. I get the red here. Alright, now why would I get the red smite? Normally I wouldn't want to do that. You know, purple would be, Trailblazer would be fantastic. Even Chilling Smite would be good to try and catch on to a couple targets. But because even Gnar and Volibear as tanks can put out some significant damage, and obviously the hyper carry threat of Jinx and the just insane burst damage of LeBlanc, I wanted to have that damage reduction. Alright, so this is something I want everyone to see real quick. Smite can be cast, blah blah blah. While marked, basic attacks deal true damage. You have vision, and their damage to you is reduced by 20%. So all damage to you is reduced by 20%. That in and of itself is making you tankier just by pressing D. Always have smite on D. F is for flash, boys. And so that can be huge in a fight, especially with the way I'm going in this game. It's not Phoenix Stance, it's Tiger. It's not Cinderhulk, it's actually Devourer. And even though my team was down, I realized that I could have had more impact with Warrior Enchantment. Warrior isn't going to scale nearly as well as Devourer, so that's a purposeful choice that I made. Let's see the double kill. What happens, bot? Alright, they're getting some good damage, but they're pretty low themselves. Kate doesn't have much mana. She does get the auto attack crit from her passive. Misses with the Q. Sustained from Taric. Gets the flash out of Caitlyn. Now Caitlyn has no business coming back in here. Stun from Taric. Dead. Gets an auto attack. 1. Switch. 2. Yeah, that's just silly from Kate. There's no point being there whatsoever. Alright, right here, there's no need to get there. There's no need to go up here. I'm here, but we're pinging MIA. We know LeBlanc is coming up here. And as soon as I see her, level 6 LeBlanc with blue buff, why are you here? Who actually smited, flashed that out? I want to see that again. I could have looked at the summoner icons on the left, I guess. Oh, it's not that. Okay. That's a little unnecessary, but it's fine. And then I get out of there. Alright. And you know, meanwhile, like Zed has already had to back twice. You know, he's not doing very well in CS. Actually, I'm sorry. Well, he's not doing well in CS, even though he is beating LeBlanc in CS, but he's down 1-0 in kills. Zed comes down, gets stunned, misses the W, draws the TP from Gnar. Gnar puts some serious damage down. Okay, another stun. 1-2 W passive. So much trading going on. I mean, there's 4 bot right here. Vlad at least is doing the right thing and taking a CS advantage, even though he's already died once. I'm just farming because there's nothing to be done right now with him in Mega Gnar form, him having his passive up, and the sustain and CC ability of Taric. Plus my team was low. There's no point going down there right now. But now they flash, get onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn dies. Get out again. If she had made it under her turret safely, maybe there would have been something to do. But you know, there's just not enough farming going on. There's not enough gold collection through CS last hitting. Like, I have as much CS right now as my ADC, and even though my ADC had an assist on an early kill bot lane. Alright. Another kill onto Caitlyn again. Oh my god. I mean, if you're going to play Kate, you have to be able to play her weaknesses and strengths. You know, her strength is only predicated on the fact that you're going to have that range, that long range. Oof. Flashed out by Vlad. That was close for him. And notice, after having that first gank bot and successfully getting that kill, I'm not doing much in terms of ganking. LeBlanc is already a hard lane to gank. My bot lane, as you can see, is doing horrible things. Like, absolutely horrible things. My mid laner, good Christ. Even though he's been in lane longer than LeBlanc, he's down by 12 CS. Here comes Caitlyn. Another death onto them. 9-1. You're down 8 kills and down 3,500 gold at 11 minutes. That's ridiculous. So here they're going to come take the dragon. You know, even if we were all up, there's absolutely no point going down there. I'm getting my red buff instead. But look what they do. They're going down to fight the dragon. Why are you fighting this? Look at the advantage they have. You know, Zed gets stunned, chained, dies. 10-1. Vlad does get a kill back onto Jinx, which is very important. Hold on one second. My dog is calling me. Good boy. All right. Again, Kate going into aggressive, Kate going into deep, burning her flash just from a simple LeBlanc. It's just the bad plays. So what am I doing here now? I'm just farming mid. You know, I'm just trying to push this wave, trying to get something for our team. You know, just get this damage. Damage, get as much as I can. So now here's a mistake that I make. I should have just backed a little earlier here. I just totally made a mistake. I get killed here, and I even flashed for it. So she uses her double distortion and her Q, which I knew she still had. To be honest, I've been up since 4 AM. I just wasn't able to sleep much, and it's not an excuse. It's a bad play. But regardless, even though I die, at least I put some serious damage onto that turret, trying to get something. You know, Vlad was able to take that top, and same thing. You know, he's gonna die here, but at the very least, he got some gold back for our team. The importance of getting that turret. That's global gold for your team. And by putting that pressure top and by getting that damage that I got onto mid, Zed is finally able to take this turret down. That's 2 turrets back. That's a significant amount of gold that helps offset another death from our bot lane. Oof, close. Alright, I do the Smiterino. Zed. Oh boy, Zed. That's just sad, man. That's just sad. There's... Thank God. At least he got one of the kills. He's gonna die for it. Jesus. The trash from some LeBlanc players, man. Just get the kill. Just do your job and get the kill. Early Frozen Heart on Taric is going to slow down Caitlyn's AAs even more. I'm not there to fight. I'm there to get the gold, but Jinx gets a couple of shots on me. We lose mid turret. Again, 4,500 gold almost at this point. Alright. So what's going on now? 16 minutes into the game, down 9 kills, down a turret, down 4,000 gold. The inclination, like the idea of what most people will do here is start grouping up. And if you're down, why would you want to group up? Like what does that serve you? It doesn't do anything for you. Vlad's gonna survive. The worst thing he could do is Zhonya's there, but LeBlanc misplays it, which allows there to be a trade. LeBlanc goes down, so I guess it wasn't all that bad. Gentleman Gnar, the flash from Taric doesn't necessarily connect. I get the stun under the turret, get the kill. I get slowed here. I slow him down with my Bilgewater Cutlass. I wish she would have just kept moving up. Like, that's an execution. You should use that when there's enough damage to secure the kill. Because by doing this, she just... Oh my god. Caitlyn, you're killing me, man. That kill was for you.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And we lost another turret because of it. Good grief, man. And look at the CS for bot lane. 7-1 Jinx with 86 CS. That was just for the last straw. When that happened to me, I was like, my team is useless. Like, I cannot count on them at all for anything. So I'm going to speed this up again. Here go Jinx. coming up behind Caitlyn. Caitlyn caught out of position. Crit. Jinx being chased away. Jinx flashes. Good rotation by Vlad and Zed to help rescue Kate. You know, this is me. This is me for the next few minutes. Right here. And because we're so far down, we're down 10 kills and 5,000 gold. Why are you going to contest this dragon? This is the second stack for them. So they're going to get 15% damage on structures. Who cares? Like, this is an unnecessary fight. You are not in any position to do damage, especially... Woof, that was close too. Especially Zyra. Again, Jinx using the auto attack, but LeBlanc was being a little too cheeky, trying to think that he could get away with that. That's the silver LeBlanc plays. Me, I'm just farming. You know, we lose 2 kills for 1, they get dragon, and we're still not doing anything. We're still not getting any gold or pushing any waves here. Me, I could be pushing a wave, but I don't care about that right now. You know, I'm trying to stack. 13 stacks at 19 minutes. That's extremely slow for a Devour enchantment. But now that I cleared out that jungle, everything else is too far. You know, at least I can get some gold. Nice miss by Zed. Get the kill there. I burned the TP from Gnar, so that lets me get out of there. I get something for it. Even just by pushing small, a flash shot kill for Caitlyn, not necessarily worth. Flash out. Just missed again with LeBlanc. Missed again with Zed. The point and click plays are the only things that these guys are able to do. Still gets stopped. Pops the passive. Trying to put some damage on, but I don't trust Kate, so I back out as soon as I zone him away. Nice job, Zed. I hit anybody? No. So I see that there, and then I head out. Trade kills. Yes, we get the kill onto Jinx, but then we also lose 2 people, including a shutdown. We lose another one right there. Why are you fighting? Why are you fighting? What? Now this is bad on their part. There's no need for them to back. You know, all they have to do is have one person clear this wave and then walk it up. Or even have Taric or Volibear tank this, and they could have taken that turret. There's nothing we could have done to stop that. But sometimes when you're ahead, you play passive. You don't play as aggressively or as objective controlled as you could. So here they are. They're getting ready for another fight. I'm farming top, farming my stacks here. Gnar goes in, doesn't have the ult. Jinx still gets the kill on the Kate. They get the kill on the Vlad. Doesn't even get the... See, just Kate doesn't do any damage. Look at the build. BF Sword and Berserker Greaves. You don't even have IE. Wow, idiot LeBlanc. That's just stupid LeBlanc. Giving up those 2 kills. No. Again, it's an execution tool. Wow, you're just... Wow. Yeah, you'll get that one. Alright, well, I'm glad that all that's going on. You know, but they're playing so poorly. Like, I'm just farming. I've got 97 CS, 98 CS already. You know, oh, fighting again. Vlad could be top right here with this wave that's pushing on our side. It's just, I don't know. Unnecessary fighting. Flash for the kill. It seems like one of the reasons Riot always wants to keep Flash around is because people need it. And this happens with pros too, like needing a Flash to finish something, whether it's a kill or an escape, etc. Able to get that final last outer turret. Me, I'm up to, what am I up to? 28 stacks. I'm telling them that the dragon's coming up. They don't listen. Oh yeah. Alright. This is where things start changing in our favor. So just want to show you real quick. 39 to 37. Even though we're down 8 kills and we're down a turret, we're actually only, and 2 dragons, we're only down 2,000 gold. And a lot of that has to do with the farming that I've been able to do, and to a lesser extent Vladimir. Okay, get the smite onto Jinx. Jinx flashes. Bear stance flash. The Jinx traps. Ult, get the kill. LeBlanc gets the execute, and then I just get out of there. Alright, right here. Devour complete. Blade of the Ruined King complete. Now I'm ready to start carrying. You know, especially when you have a LeBlanc that's fed at 9, 3, and 4 with a death cap. If you don't have vision, that's what's going to happen to you every single time. And then you're just going to wait and then fire it at nothing. You need vision on the map, and especially if you're the support, you've got to get on that. Look at her first item, Landry's Torment. Like, what is that going to do for you? It's just... an Aegis of the Legion, a Sightstone, any of those things would have been helpful. I get exhausted upon. Caitlyn decides to shoot the air. Kite them back. Okay, now this is where the work comes in. I don't care how tanky Taric is. Okay, between my Devour and my Blade of the Ruined King and my Tiger Stance, he is going to get shredded every single time. That's one of the reasons why I built that. The same would apply to Volibear, passive or not. I'm going to be able to do the same thing to him. Oh, I killed Jinx again. Sorry, I'm getting pretty tired. Let's see. Oh, that's right, because they're doing Dragon. But see, we have a vision here on that. So I come in around, get the Bear Slap, Dragon gets a nice shot on it. And yes, I am going to die here. But at the very least, Caitlyn's able to get the execute kill onto Little Man. Okay, Vlad does die. This is the problem. Get out! You're standing on blue scuttles. You've got no mana. You've got 2 very strong people coming at you. What are you doing at 1600 health remaining, auto-attacking that thing? It's ridiculous. Anyway. It's the greed. Staying too long. You know, staying way too long. So, at this point, I'm building Triforce because I was planning on going straight split push mode. Alright, we come in here and they did not do a good enough job of setting this up. I get the smite with the ult, get the kill on the Volibear. It's just Taric, they've got no damage onto that. Get the kill on, or Zyra gets the kill onto Taric. But here I'm coming, chasing. Bear slap, boom, 1, 2. Get the kill steal from Vlad. Blanc's doing some work. Bear slap again, shut down. I know a lot of people talk trash about Udyr as a champion. One of the reasons I love him so much is because of how versatile his kit is. He has a guaranteed stun. You could 5-man stun if you just slap 1, slap 2, slap 3. You could get it every single time. And you can go AoE push, you can get more of a tanky build with your turtle stance. There's just so much that you can do with him. Alright, we get the kill here. Right, we get the flash ult by Gnar, which was very, very good. At this point, this fight's lost. Caitlyn needs to be running away. It's done. Get out. Vlad's gonna die. Let him go. Just let him go. We got the inhibitor turret. That's huge. Alright. We're barely down. We're still down 8 kills. We're barely down in gold. Less than 1,000 gold difference separating us now. Even in CS, I'm winning in CS. Losing in CS, losing in CS. A part of that's got to be just the shutdown gold. You know, and if you look right quick at the amount of gold on people, 10,000, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000 on my 80 carry, and 9,000. My freaking Zyra has more gold than my 80 carry. 9,000, 8,000, 11,000, 10,000, 8,000. So, you know, aside from LeBlanc, I'm right up there. You know, I'm right up there in terms of gold, in terms of power, mostly because of the farming that I've been doing. Alright, LeBlanc thinking she's tricky. Okay, this is what happens when you play LeBlanc players. You have to think ahead. So, LeBlanc was hoping to assassinate somebody, gets caught, distortion's here. Right. Tries the chains, gets caught up. I go this way. Now, watch what I do. I don't chase her. I'm going around here because I know that's where she's going to use her W. Okay, you follow it out. Boom, get the kill. It's perfect, man. One person that we don't need to worry about. Alright, so I was coming down here, but both Zed and Vlad were able to take out the Taric. And as soon as I see that happening, I'm pinging Baron. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes, their jungler's still up, but who cares? Okay, now this is the problem. Because no one was here, I leave. If this hadn't been warded, I would have started and waited for my team to come over. But because my team didn't show up and they had the blue scuttles, I spent a little bit of time looking for Gnar. Check it out. Okay, he's not there. I come back and I see that this is down. Come to Baron. Okay. Their ADC just popped up. Finally, they're all here. Get the Baron. Get out. Get out. Back to leave. Right here. Why are you going forward, Vlad? You know, Zyra gets caught out because she didn't run away immediately. She dies for it. Okay, why are you two here? What does that do? What are you doing? Vlad gets caught out. Boom. Dies for it. Jinx almost gets out to Caitlyn. Caitlyn's forced to flash because of it. You know, we lose 2 people with Baron buff for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Alright. Zed does get the kill, most likely because of a LeBlanc misplay. 50% HP, that was silly of her. He walked back in, that was even stupider. He could have easily survived that if she had just avoided walking into Zed. I'm just waiting there. Alright, fine, throw your little clock at me. Mostly I just want to wave clear this. Mostly I'm just trying to make sure that they can't get any too much damage onto this turret. But we have got good wave clear, they're not. Okay, when I see this happening, right here. Right, Volibear's low, but he's getting knocked up. Gnar is getting low, he's knocked up. Right, look where I'm coming. I don't care about those guys. I'm going for their hyper carry Jinx. Alright, I get a slap onto here because they're both so low. 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills, triple kill. Right, just that flank move. If I had chased this way, they would have continued to kite and move back, and we might not have gotten any of those kills. You come around, Jinx is getting sucked into this little bottleneck, and they have nowhere to go. So they get killed. What am I doing? I wanted to push mid, but because Vlad had died previously, he doesn't have the Baron buff. So I decided to check to see if blue buff's up. He's not. Get the Gromp. Alright. This is the power of Tiger Stance Udyr. I don't care if you blue TP. I have no... I give 0 fucks. Caitlyn and Jinx trade. I get shot down. Alright. I'm getting shot up. I've flashed that. Vlad is getting caught up by the rest of them. Ooh, dodge the clock tower and you're out. Alright. And again, why I'm able to do that? Triforce, Blade of the Ruined King, and Devour. That's all that you need. Rotate back down here. I tell them to already start Dragon. You melt it. You know, it's completely melted. Meanwhile, while that fight's going on, my apologies for the camera view. Okay. Here comes LeBlanc. Alright, she tries to get onto Zyra. Zed gets the ult, and the knockup from Zyra allows her to survive while we take them out. Dragon and 2 more kills. Now, even though we're still down in 2 kills, we're up in turrets, we're even in dragons, and watch how I just melt Taric. I mean, just like huge chunks. Just destroying him. And look what he has. You know, he's got Locket, he's got Zeke's, he's got Sightstone. Like, he's got a good build going on there. Wait, I thought he had Frozen Heart. Did he sell his Frozen Heart? It's really stupid if he did. Because then gets shut down by Jinx because he stayed there unnecessarily. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to push bot lane. I was going to take out Gnar, but then I see that they've got some help. So I just decided to try and get out. I think... Oh no, I might die here. Yeah, I died here. That was my fault. If it wasn't for LeBlanc, I probably would have been able to survive that and maybe even won that fight. Zhonya's comes in, allows Caitlyn to get the shutdown. Or not the shutdown, just the kill. Alright. So now where are we at? 35 minutes into the game. You know, 60 plus gold on each team. 60,000 gold. There's just... We're reaching that late game point where someone like a Jinx could be an extremely big problem if they played their team comp correctly. And that's what you're going to see does not happen. Like, all you got to do is protect your AD carry, man. Even though the AD carry did get a Runon's Hurricane, which, you know, we don't have to talk about that. That's pretty bad. And Jinx does get the long range ult kill. So, that's right. During this time, while this is all going on, I'm just telling them, do not fight. Do not fight. Look at Zyra using her Frost Queen's claim in the direction that she's going. Just so bad. Here comes the Jinx ult. Where is it, baby? Come on. Get that distance. Boom. Alright, all I was telling him to do was stop so I could do this. Right there. But no, they had to fight. Why are you fighting? Why are you anywhere outside of your turret? Look at how much damage you're taking. Look at how you just got stunned up outside of turret range. Good Christ, Charlie Brown. Man, pretty bad. There is a kill get back on the Taric of all people, which is the most useless person to get the kill on. I get the inhibitor and I'm like, God damn, man. All you have to do is just wait. But at the very least, we do get the inhibitor, so it's an inhibitor for an inhibitor. Jinx takes some unnecessary damage, stays, takes some more unnecessary damage. Alright, I was trying to get in on LeBlanc. She uses distortion. I'm just trying to play for time here. You know, this could have been a good game had they played this correctly and just completely gotten onto the other turret. But they waited too long. They were going after the minions. You know, look at the fact that there's super minions here makes the world of difference in terms of whether they can get on this or not. And that's all thanks to my split pushing. Alright, get the slap onto my nearest target just to get some aggro pulled on him. There is still a turret doing some work. Zyra steps right onto the chompers, but because Jinx is bad, Furry Kitten kills the headmaster. And where am I going? Clear bot. Alright. Now that I've cleared bot, shove bot. Let's get the gold. Look at all this work. Alright, they show up here. But I mean, I draw two of them. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so watch the minimap as this happens. Look what all this pressure I've put on because of my split pushing. Okay. Now look at the 5 of them. The 5 of them are all coming down. All 5 of them. What are you 4 doing right now? What are you doing? Where are you going, Caitlyn? What? Caitlyn? Caitlyn, what are you doing? Did you need that, Caitlyn? Alright, what do you got? Alright, guys, they're not there. They're all bot. I've showed you they're all bot. Wait, Zyra, what are you doing? Zed. Wait, Vlad, why are you going? Oh, you're going back. So you aren't coming. Even though you wouldn't have made it in the first place. What about you two? Alright, Zyra, you're running back. Okay, no? You're gonna die? Okay. I don't understand it. The blue team either comes to kill me and my team can 4-man Baron, or they leave me alone and I take an inhibitor turret again. Like, it's just the lack of awareness from my teammates in knowing what to do in that situation. Whether it's to take Baron, shove down mid, or just come rotate earlier. If you see 2 of them leave mid lane that they're going to come down, come down. Come down and maybe we can do a team fight then. But even though when the game is this close, you know, it's not ideal unless you can get an engage onto the right target. But God, man, just my soul hurts. Flash. The first flash wouldn't have gotten it anyway. But here comes me, and I just leave off because I know that I need to take care of LeBlanc first. Get the stun under turret range. She flashes. Thank you very much for that. All right. Get on to the Volibear. Get the double kill. Thank you very much, Gnar, for doing that double hop. Alright, yeah, that's fine that you ulted me. And thank you very much. And now walk around the chompers, and that's it. Just do the chase. Quadra kill, right there. Quadra kill. Right. Now, I'm begging them. At this point, I've said enough in the chat. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Just listen. Go to Baron. Go to Baron. Let me take this third stack. Get that added movement speed. And you guys start. Just start it. I just told them to start it. No, just start it. There you go. Right. I took the dragon. I rotate. There it is. Baron buff. That's it. You know, that's a possible throw by the blue team. You know, all they had to do was peel for Jinx, or just allow for them to defend their inhibitor turret, so they could have taken out our last Nexus turret in that one fight. Anyway, so they're pinging for me to defend. They're pinging for me to, I'm ignoring them. You know, I'm just pushing. I just tell them to relax. And now, why can I do this? It has nothing to do with the fact that Gnar's here. It has everything to do with the fact that I've got Baron Empowered Recall. That's as good as a teleport right now, especially with me having home cards. So I tell them, Gnar's here, I'm going to come back. So, alright, let's do this. Let's fight. Oh, Kate's already dead. Zyra got cut up, uses her ultimate only on Volibear. At least, and this is important, Zed got the execute onto Jinx. Zed got the kill on Jinx. Right here. Look at Taric now. While they allow Jinx to get killed, they're coming on to me. Like, that's so ridiculous. It's so greedy. It's so silver. It's so incredibly silver. So there's still a few of them up. You know, we don't have our Caitlyn. We don't have our Zed. Yeah, that's a lot of damage we're missing. If I had gone full tank, you know, we lose the Vlad. It would have been really bad. They should have ended the game here. They absolutely should have ended the game here. Here comes Zyra. Zyra gets caught. I get the stun onto Volibear. And then I get the stun on LeBlanc. I use the Blade of the Ruined King. Like, I don't care about Gnar's damage. I don't care about it at all. Boom. Get the kill on LeBlanc. Alright. Zone out Gnar. Get the kill onto him. I should have used Red Smite on Gnar. That was my fault. But it's fine, because I survived. And I zoned them away. They're not able to finish. I did my job. Look at how just Volibear just gets melted. Just wrecked. I got 14 kills at this point. 200 CS. It's not great, but it's great for what happened this game. Trying to see. I don't remember what I was trying to see there. Oh yeah. Alright. So this is the last important thing that happens that we're going to see. Okay, I put a ward down. TP coming in from Vlad. I get the bear stance, a couple auto attacks, pang him. Caitlyn is an idiot. And then right here into the waiting arms of Vlad. Thank you very much. Flash gets the kill. Alright, Jinx flashes away. But notice how there's really nothing protecting him here. Once the choppers are down, I'm free to go in on him. Where's the peel? Look at this Gnar. What are you doing, Gnar? And this is the thing, the Gnar's gonna rage saying, I stunned them. Yeah, well, while you were getting ready to stun them, I was killing your AD carrier, your last chance of doing damage. Gnar gets killed. Get on to him, kill him, that's it. They get the kill, finish. Good game. 52 to 53, 86,000 to 79,000, and we're able to win, seriously, because you were doing what you need to do. You farmed, you got the gold, you were in position to save your base when you need to, you were in position to get those kills, and you told your team what to do. You directed them, you led, you shot called. You know, and you can only do that if you know the game, if you've learned the game, if you know what you're supposed to be doing. Alright guys, I'm out. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Comments always appreciated. See ya.